right, guys, by now you've heard about the tragic incident that happened in Sutherland, Texas at the Baptist church. And I was watching it on the news this morning, and they were talking about that the shooter, I'm not going to name him because I'm not even going to give him any time by name, but that person was dishonorably discharged from the Air Force. He had problems with his wife, domestic violence problems. And they said that his in-laws, although they weren't there yesterday, did attend that Baptist church. I'm wondering if that was part of the motivation and not this Antifa thing that they're talking about. Because a lot of people are saying, oh, see, it's Antifa, it's starting, here it goes. But I think there were deeper motives here, as in this guy's in-laws went to that church and he had domestic violence issues with his wife. He probably had, of course, problems with his in-laws. More than that, though, here's what I really want to talk to you about. There were a lot of conflicting reports on how the guy got shot or how he died, and they were saying on the news this morning that when he was shooting in the church, a guy across the street armed himself with a weapon as well, went out, engaged him. There was a gunfire between the two. They said that the suspect, the shooter, made a phone call in his truck to say, I've been shot. I don't think I'm going to make it. What I want to ask all of you and what I want to bring up is the fact, 2 points actually. One, the shooter who was dishonorably discharged from the Air Force was not supposed to have any firearms. He was not supposed to be allowed to purchase firearms, especially that weapon. But they said that he checked on his application. Are there any reasons or any, I forget how they worded it, issues that you should not be able to purchase this weapon? And he checked no. He should have checked yes and put I was dishonorably discharged from the military, but he checked no. And his information was not entered in the database. He was just sold the weapon. And they said that, they're saying that that's a problem, that he should have been checked in the database, you know, and it would have come up, he was dishonorably discharged and he wouldn't have got the weapon. So, but he was sold the weapon in error. The second point I want to bring up is the guy across the street armed himself and engaged this guy, which caused him to flee and get away. And eventually he was, I think he was shot in that conflict and died later in his vehicle. So all of the people that argue and say we shouldn't have the CCW, carry concealed weapon, people should not be allowed to just carry weapons. Look, guys are going to get guns. Bad people are going to get guns regardless. That's just the way it's going to happen. This guy got a gun illegally. He wasn't supposed to have it. He checked no on his application. It wasn't checked in the background system or the file system that they're supposed to do. It wasn't checked, and he was sold a weapon illegally. The second thing, if this guy across the street hadn't armed himself, if Texas didn't allow for citizens, you know, to carry weapons, I don't know, the guy may have just kept shooting. But the guy across the street came over and engaged him, and then things changed. So what I want to hear from all of you in the comment section below is what your belief and stance is on citizens owning weapons, just private citizens having weapons. In this case, it turned out to be an advantage to where the guy across the street could come over and basically he is a hero to me. I want to know from all of you what you think about that. Do you think that, okay, yes, citizens should own weapons, it's how we defend ourselves, or do you think they should relook at private citizens owning weapons? It is our Second Amendment right. I understand that, but this argument keeps going back and forth. They should ban all the rifles and handguns. They should do this. They should not ban them. People should be allowed to keep them to defend themselves. No, then we get shootings like this. Again, bad people are going to get guns. That's how it's always going to be. I feel that people should be allowed to own weapons in their home. They should be allowed to CCW, carry the weapon. But if you take away our right for CCW, which is carry to conceal weapon, then you leave people defenseless on the street. That's what I want to hear from all of you out there. Should we be allowed to continue to carry weapons, or should they say, no, you know what, this has to stop, take weapons away? I want to hear from you guys. Comment section below. The real Jimmy Hens, keeping it real. as always, for you.